Hi everyone. Hello world. Welcome back to another conversation. Welcome back to another recording here in Marilyn world. It's been almost 2 weeks since we had our last chat. Today is the 9th of June, 2026. We are still in the Cancer season. And the reason why we are here today is a beautiful event that is happening as we speak. We have Venus, planet of love relationships in any shape and form, entering the sign of Virgo and leaving the fiery, crazy sign of Leo. What does this mean? Is that from that fiery and expressive and emotional and sometimes a little bit dramatic approach to relationships and the way we express ourselves, we are turning into more practical, more earthly, more purified energy of a Virgo. And what is beautiful in this whole conversation is that we are getting ready for the next lunar cycle. On the 14th of June, which is next Tuesday, I believe, we're going to have new moon in the sign of Cancer. And this is another conversation I would like to have today. So Venus changing the sign is actually reshaping our relationships, romantic ones in particular, relationship you have with yourself, you don't know how those reflect on one another and so on. And if your last 2 weeks and your recent emotional experiences have been intense or confusing, those emotional experiences are finally going to make some sense. Moments of confusion are transforming into the moments of understanding. And this is where the energy of Virgo is bringing in the clarity. We have planets of dreams, subconscious, hidden, world, Neptune going retrograde as well, which is also removing the layers of illusion, if there were any. We are getting the clarity on what is that difference between the emotional fantasies and objective reality, which is something that we all probably need on some level. This is preparing the ground, this is cleansing, this is purifying, this is healing the parts that we need to heal before we start that new lunar cycle. That is going to be the last one before we start the season of eclipses as well. And we have those eclipses, or we have the south and north node changing the signs as well, from Pisces and Virgo to Aquarius and Leo. So the axis of Leo and Aquarius and those energies are going to be very, very different going forward with the month of August. New emotional cycle with the new moon. So we're going to have the sun, the masculine, in the sign of Cancer, the moon, the feminine, in the sign of Cancer. So we have those intense, deep feelings and emotions. And once again, and I did mention this in the previous video, Cancerian energy is all about going within. It's all about the themes of family, home, emotional safety, emotional security, how you create that space for yourself, who you allow into your space as well. And the cards in Tarot that are reflecting on those energies are from the major arcana journey. The first one will be the High Priestess. And the High Priestess has that like a divine, calm, still, knowing. She's very much in the 5D. She's very much working with the moon energies, intuition, gut feeling, inner knowing. And then we have the Chariot, which is another card of Cancer, which is talking about the shield and the strength that we show from the outside and the vulnerability that is inside. And this part of our psyche, or this part of our being, has been quite exposed in the last couple of weeks. What is happening now, there is that theme of healing in a particular loving way. We are making sure that we feel supported, understood, and respected. Mercury is still retrograde. Mercury is still retrograde in the sign of Cancer, which is adding on additional layer to maybe confusion in a communication, message not being delivered in a clear way or not being received in a clear way. And Mercury will be going direct as of 23rd of July, which is a week after the new moon we're going to have next week. What is also interesting with this new moon, even though new moons are all about planting the seeds, starting new chapters, setting the foundation for whatever next you want to see happening, This particular one has certain theme of a closure. There is a peak of the energy, and I think that that dance between Leo and Virgo, the dance of Venus, the cosmic dance of Venus with these two different energies, are actually influencing the way we feel and the way we express ourselves big time. So beautiful, beautiful themes for at the end of this week and starting the next one, starting the new one. Let's pull a couple of cards from tarot. Let's get my cat that just jumped in, so I'm being a little bit distracted. It's super hot here in London. I don't know how you guys are surviving the summer and the heat. We are not used to it here. But it's good. It feels good. It feels good. It feels good. And we are taking the most of warm days and warm nights. So let's pull a couple of cards. The first card I'm going to choose for us as a collective, as we are all connected and all evolved, will be what is it that we are leaving behind with these transitions? What is it that we learned? What is it that was the most dominant theme, let's say, for the last couple of weeks? And we have the card of Chariot. The camera is the other way around, I guess, so I hope you can see that. So I briefly spoke about the Chariot. This is the major arcana. It's a big journey. It's a significant phase. If you think about the Chariot in a real life, you probably have like two horses and you have this like thing that you have to move that is quite heavy in between. And in order to move the Chariot, we have to know how to balance those different forces, those opposites, the light and the darkness, the happiness and the sadness, the fear and the strength, and all those like light and shadow themes. It's hard, it takes time, it might be heavy to move the Chariot, but once you move it, it's unstoppable. It is the card number 7. We had that 7 portal 2 days ago, 7-7 portal. Number 7 is a spiritually very, very strong number. If you look at the shape of number 7, it has that like line that is going towards the skies and the line that goes towards the earth. The line that is towards the skies is horizontal. It's covering a lot. And the line that goes towards the earth is vertical, and it's like direct receiving. Beautiful, beautiful meaning there. So the Chariot, to start with, it's not necessarily last couple of weeks. When we have major arcana cards, when we have big energies, we're talking about bigger themes. You're talking about timelines. You're talking about longer periods of times that we are, energetically dealing with. And what is this preparing us for? The second message, and what is the current situation, is the Eight of Wands. And Eight of Wands is the card that talks about movement, momentum, clearing the air. The way I see it and the way I feel it with this particular conversation is the time we spend with ourselves and the communication you had within as well, because we are creating the world from within out rather than the other way around when we are talking about Cancer season. Removing any obstacles. Number 8 is the number of expansion, journey, growth, infinity. Wands in tarot are the fiery energy, action, passion, drive, enthusiasm. So it's very much where we direct this energy, but I do see and do feel a bit of that divine assistance here. We are talking about karmic moments. There are some important conversations in astrology when it comes to those karmic connections with the Venus in Virgo. This theme is quite strong as well. So let's see what is it that we are moving towards. It's interesting that both of these two cards that we have so far, the Chariot and the Eight of Wands, are both cards of movement, expansion, going forward, the journey. Chariot is the card of success as well. The final message and the final card from the Marilyn Tarot deck. If you forgot, I'm using this one. I love using that one. So the final message is the Judgment. The Judgment card is another major arcana, another big energy, significant phase. And you can see me grinning because I mentioned karma a few minutes ago. And there are 3 cards in tarot that are talking about karmic moments, karmic connections. Those experiences that feel like you had it before, you've been there before. When you go somewhere for the first time, you have a feeling you've been there. When you meet new people and you have a feeling like you know them. The jobs that you do and you feel like, of course, it feels like coming back home to yourself. Those are the karmic moments. But with the Judgment card, there is a theme of understanding, awakening, realization, and breakthrough in a way as well. If you look at this beautiful illustration that my sister did. It's very hard to zoom, but yeah, hopefully you can see. We have that like almost like a blinded figure below, and then beautiful rising angel above. So this is that awareness, this is that clarity, this is that a breakthrough in a way, and seeing things from another angle, understanding yourself and others with more clarity. And this is that Venus in Virgo vibe as well, because Venus is planet of love, beauty, harmony. You might be seeing certain shifts and changes there as well. It is very much about healing yourself and healing people around you. This is what Virgo does. Virgo is the sign of service at the end of the day. So, you know, sometimes you forget about directing that service towards yourself too. Beautiful cards, beautiful message. As every time I do choose cards for myself every morning as well, but this time I just felt drawn to use one of the cards from Osho's Oracle deck. I'm trying to find the deck here behind me, but yeah. So basically the card that came up this morning is absolutely beautiful and aligns beautifully with the Judgment card. And what we have here is the understanding. There we go. Can you see that? Understanding and the Judgment. Beautiful. The standing card from Osho's tarot is equal to the Page of Water, which is the Page of Cups. And cups in tarot are all about feelings and emotions. Pages are talking about new feelings and emotions, new energies, young energies that are coming in. And with that new moon vibe, a new moon conversation, this works beautifully. But the way the card is illustrated in Osho's tarot is that bird that it's sort of standing on the edge of the cage, ready to fly, but being a little bit uncertain or being a little bit unsure. There is the element of fear, or not knowing, or adapting to new circumstances in a way as well. And then you have those other birds there, they're sort of like encouraging the whole situation, the whole journey. So where is it that you feel that you're ready to fly? Where is it that you feel like you're ready to set yourself free from maybe internal cage, mental cage, emotional cage, and really clear the space for those three beautiful cards? I'm just going to put them in like order as they came up. So we had the Chariot, Eight of Wands, Judgment. This conversation is a little bit longer, but for a good reason. So I'm just going to leave those cards with you here. And I'm going to finish this conversation with something that I read today. In the inner sky, in the inner world, freedom is the highest value. Everything else is secondary, even blissfulness and ecstasy. I'm going to leave you with this beautiful quote. I'm wishing you all beautiful new moon next week, this transition that we are going through energetically, planetary, and so on. And our next conversation is probably going to be around 29th of August or just before. 29th of July. It's going to be around 29th of July, because this is when we have our full moon in Aquarius. And this conversation is going to be super powerful. I already have a feeling. I'm preparing for my little trip to south of Switzerland and the lake. I'll probably do a little event there as well. I'll keep you posted, guys. Otherwise, I'm open to bookings. I do readings during the week. I have plenty of time for private conversations. Weekends are busier with other stuff, but yeah, do get in touch. Do click subscribe if you haven't yet. Do share, do comment. I would love to engage a little bit more with you guys. I'm very bad in promoting myself in this way that algorithm likes. So every support feels great and amazing. Thank you for being with me today. Bye for now.